this one, Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Now Jackson going to shift him around.
To throw is Jackson. Off the bootleg. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. A strong run there, and for a team and a coaching staff that says they're consistently striving for a solid running game, they love those plays.
Yeah, that one didn't net them a first down, but isn't it the type of play that you write down on your sheet? That worked pretty well. Make sure you come back to it, especially in a key situation.
And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's got room.
Down the left sideline.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey.
41 yards.
And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
They set up the screen for Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. up his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
DC, ready? DC. Nice shot! Nice shot!
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
Third down and 10.
They go play action now. Jackson.
That's going deep for Bateman. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the two corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Let's go.
Purdy looking to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
4th down try. Here's Purdy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. A first down carry for Henry. for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7.
Here's Jackson to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Let's go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. In motion, Aguilar. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. In motion right is Aguilar. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Last time out, Charles, they opted to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but the defense held strong, and they hold on to this slim lead.
And how about as the defense ran off the field, how about the greeting they got from their teammates on the sideline? They kept that narrow lead by their nice play. Now, let's pay it off for them, right? Punch it in on this drive, take that lead back up to 2 possessions. That would be a nice little thank you gift to them.
70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Now 2nd and 3.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
And this is caught. Jennings. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Tries to move the chains that time. They had it completed in double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he showed me that Silver found the right spot to explore and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Could be worse, but I feel like terrible. This is it.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Odafe Owe. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now it's Jackson.
Open man, that's Henry.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they got to figure out a way to leverage guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now 2nd and 5.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Moody for the PAT.
And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there, and this remains a 7-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing is Jackson. He completes it to Henry. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. Final play of the half here, it's Jackson. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Ready.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey.
Well, he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Put some points on the scoreboard.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Complete. It's Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd down and a yard.
Here's Jackson.
Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Now Purdy.
That's caught out right by Jennings. And right around the 20. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Down there right side, it's McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On fourth down, here's Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. That is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on fourth and long.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. And somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he'll be taken down before he works it past the 50. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Let's go now. Go.
Again, McCaffrey. And again, they stop him behind the line. That is read well for a second straight play defensively.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Niners go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point try now for Moody.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Down the sideline he goes.
And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 32-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball. when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double, you would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 25 yards that time.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for two. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Second and 1 to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. This is McCaffrey on the give.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Purdy from the gun. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Hey, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Here's 1st and 10.
To throw is Jackson.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Jackson. Flush to his right.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Now Jackson.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Now Moody for the PAT.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jackson.
Flushed out right.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Jackson to throw.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown. George Kittle, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Niners have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught at the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They set up the screen for Henry. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Jackson now. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson being chased out left.
Now he's into the clear again.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now it's Jackson. Check down here for Henry.
No gain on. And it'll be second down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Now Lamar changing the look.
And now here is another interception.
It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Purdy. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, the offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
Well, Ben, I think they're the type of team that just looked at the mirror and said, hey, turn the pressure on, but we're the type of team that can fight. They stood up with confidence and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best damn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.